Okay, that's good enough.
Gavel, Janice.
Good evening, everyone. This meeting is being held with the benefit of public notice as required by the Open Public Meetings Act. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Mr. Carabelli?
Here.
Ms. Phillips?
Here.
Mr. Reparo?
Here.
Mr. Todd?
Here.
Mr. Whalen is absent.
Would everyone please rise for the flag salute and the invocation?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Gracious God, we thank you for the brave men and women who have served our country with courage and honor. As we celebrate tomorrow Veterans Day, bless them for their sacrifices, their strength, and their devotion to protect others. Grant them peace in their hearts, healing in their bodies, and comfort in their souls. May we also pray for our country and township, and may we always seek unity rather than division. We ask all these things in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. There's been an amendment to the agenda since it was posted on the website. We have removed consent agenda item number 8, 25-450, which was a resolution providing for the insertion of a special item of revenue in the calendar year 2025 municipal budget from State of New Jersey Department of Community Affairs, Hamilton Township Fire Division apparatus acquisition in the amount of $1 million. This item was actually adopted at the August 19th council meeting. So therefore, can I please have a motion on the amendment of the agenda?
I'll make a motion on the amendment.
Second. Thank you.
Mr. Carabelli?
Yes.
Ms. Phillips?
Yes.
Mr. Reparo?
Yes.
Mr. Todd?
Yes.
For your consideration, Councilman, we have the minutes of September 16, the regular meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Carabelli?
Yes.
Ms. Phillips?
Yes.
Mr. Reparo?
Yes.
Mr. Todd?
Yes.
4-0. Communication for consideration, C1 is a request to conduct tag day solicitation from the Hamilton Wildcats at Caesar's Bagel and Deli at 110 Block Road on Saturday, November 29th. And then we have joint proclamations in recognition of the month of November. We have National Diabetes Awareness with the theme Diabetes and Well-Being. Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month with the theme Shine a Light, Early Detection Saves Lives. We have the World Day of Remembrance for Road Traffic Victims, Raise Voices Not Speed. We have the Public Health Thank You Day, celebrated November 24th. And we also have Small Business Saturday, recognized on November 29th. And item C3 is the acknowledgement of receipt of documentation for amendment to alcohol beverage control license 1103-33003. This is the Outback Steakhouse. This is the change of the chief financial officer.
May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Carabelli?
Yes.
Ms. Phillips?
Yes.
Mr. Reparo?
Yes.
Mr. Todd?
Yes.
Next, we have Resolution 125-441 is a resolution authorizing the issuance of a one-year Class 1 cannabis cultivator license to Herbamore LLC, license number 1103C-001-001.
Questions or comments?
No.
Any members of the public with questions or comments on Resolution 125-441? Seeing no members of the public wishing to comment?
I'll make a motion, President, to close the public comment and move on Resolution 1, 25-441.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Carabelli?
Yes.
Ms. Phillips?
Yes.
Mr. Reparo?
Yes.
Mr. Todd?
I'm going to abstain due to my work with the New Jersey Economic Development Authority.
That's 301. Resolution 2, 25-442 is a resolution approving the renewal of the Class 2 manufacturer's license issued to Sun Extractions, Inc., license number 1103-N-002-001 for the remainder of calendar year 2025, August 1st through December 31st, and calendar year 2026, January through December.
And this is for 9A South Gold, and I guess this business started in August of this year. Is that correct, Kathy? Is that why it shows up as August?
So this
where we're trying to put all of the renewals.
On a calendar year.
On a calendar year. Gotcha.
Regardless of when they go.
This has already been in existence. This is a renewal.
Get it to the
Okay.
end of the year, and then it'll renew it for another year
Perfect.
after.
Okay. Just wanted to confirm.
Any other questions or comments from council? Any members of the public? Seeing none?
Council President, I'll move resolution 25-442.
I'll second that.
Mr. Carabelli?
Yes.
Ms. Phillips?
Yes.
Mr. Reparo?
Yes.
Mr. Todd?
I'm going to abstain.
Okay, 301. For your consideration for the consent agenda, we have CA1 through CA30, with the exception of CA8, which was removed.
So today's consent agenda item has several $100,000 in additional grants, tax sale certificates, continued work to upgrade our water pollution control facility, continued progress on cleaning up the brownfield at the former Neopara site in Bromley, and a planning grant. Any questions or comments from council?
I should have looked at this one a little bit closer when I was looking at my notes, but I just had Madam Clerk, I just had a question on CA2 and CA7. They're two different grant, one's authorizing the execution of the application and agreement, and the other one is actually the insertion of the special revenue. Okay, I got you. Yep, I just wanted to double check. And then, I had one other question. Oh, I just wanted to just mention, I appreciate the administration working in CA20 to see the, reduction that was agreed to with the interstate waste. That was, it's a big contract. So it's good when we see, a slight decrease in, we're not, and just to confirm, no one in Hamilton is going to lose a pickup day from this.
Correct.
So I just want to emphasize that.
Yeah, the challenge is going to be getting the word out, right?
Yes.
So that's,
Starts till Jan 1.
and Jan 1 it will happen, and some of us will change our
Pickup days.
pickup days.
Right.
Anybody who has a Saturday day, there are going to be no more Saturday pickups. It's going to be, everybody's still going to have 2 pickup days a week, but no more Saturdays. Any questions or comments from, anything else from council?
No.
No.
Anything from the public? Any questions or comments? Janice,
Could you explain CA19 about the flag?
could you step up to the microphone, please, Janice? As well as
I thought it was simple enough, I could just ask. Janice Bonick, 430 Trinity Avenue, Cornell Heights. What's a CA19 rejection of bids of the abandonment of the flagpole replacement? What the heck does that mean?
Well, what it means is we are going to be replacing some flagpoles. We didn't receive satisfactory bids for that work. The only bid we got was like a 6-figure amount of money. So we're pushing the pause button on that project, and we're going to come back to it and try to get some better, more cost-effective bids for that job.
6 figures just to replace a flagpole?
Exactly. That's why we're canceling that for the time being, for the moment.
And where is this flagpole?
Well, there are several flagpoles throughout the Veterans Park.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Klockner Road entrance. There are a lot of flagpoles
I
there.
think it's just there.
Yeah, that's,
And so it was a very large number that was outside of our budget.
I would say. Sounds like it, okay.
we still have flagpoles, and
All
we'll
right.
eventually have new flagpoles,
Thank you.
but not today. Any other members of the public with questions or comments? Thank you for joining us, Director Dumont. I was hoping to give you a night off tonight, but thank you anyway for joining us.
Mrs. Lonzo demanded my presence, so.
It's vital. It's vital. It's true.
May you come here. I'll give it to your face.
And thank you also, Chief, for joining us. We have the chief of our fire division.
Budget's the chief and I. We didn't cut me off, We're not ready for budget season.
Yeah. Workshops are a few months away yet.
Let's get through the holidays first.
Okay. Seeing no members of the public with any additional comment, can I have the motion on the consent?
Council President, seeing no further comment by the public on our consent agenda, I'd look to move CA 1 through CA 30.
I'll second the motion.
On the motion, Mr. Carabelli?
Yes.
Ms. Phillips?
Yes.
Mr. Patero?
Yes.
Mr. Todd?
Yes.
Passes 4-0. Ordinance 125-022 is an ordinance amending and supplementing the code of the Township of Hamilton, New Jersey, Chapter 485, Vehicles and Traffic, Article 2, Parking, Section 485-19. This is repealing handicap parking spaces established at 199 Applegate Drive by Ordinance 16058, 26 Field Street by Ordinance 03-032, 395 Massachusetts Avenue by Ordinance 12-05, and 429 Wilford Avenue by Ordinance 01-027. This is second reading and public hearing.
Questions or comments? Any members of the public? Seeing none?
Council President, I'll close the public comment portion and move ordinance 125-022 on second reading.
I'll second.
On the motion, Mr. Carabelli?
Yes.
Ms. Phillips?
Yes.
Mr. Patero?
Yes.
Mr. Todd?
Yes.
Passes 4-0. Ordinance 225-023 is an ordinance amending and supplementing the code of the Township of Hamilton, New Jersey, Chapter 485, Vehicles and Traffic, Article 2, Parking, Section 485-19. This is establishing handicap parking spaces for 51 Andrew Street, 637 Burb Avenue, 250 East Franklin Street, 306 McClellan Avenue, 208 Norway Avenue, 16 Oregon Avenue, and 2332 South Clinton Avenue. Second reading and public hearing.
Any questions or comments from council? Any members of the public wishing to make comments or ask questions? Seeing none?
Council President, I'll make a motion to move, to close the public comment and move on ordinance 225-023.
Madam Clerk. Oh, we need a second.
Second.
I'll need a second.
Thank you.
On the motion, Mr. Carabelli?
Yes.
Ms. Phillips?
Yes.
Mr. Patero?
Yes.
Mr. Todd?
Yes.
Passes 4-0. Ordinance 325-024 is an ordinance amending and supplementing the code of the Township of Hamilton, New Jersey, Chapter 215C, Section 215-1, Municipal Clerk. This is second reading and public hearing.
And this essentially mirrors the fees of the New Jersey Motion Picture and Television Commission, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
We worked with the state to make sure everything was correct.
What we're doing on this one is we are removing the old verbiage, and then in the ordinance one, we're going to be replacing the verbiage with the, is what I see here. We're just removing a lot of verbiage with this
So
ordinance.
all the fees are now in clerk. It makes it a better place. Instead of people having to jump back and forth in our ordinances, they always know fees are in 215. So that's why it's here.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
No, sir.
Okay. We're going to be film ready. Madam, can I get a motion?
Council President, seeing no further comment by the public, I wish to move on second reading second reading ordinance number 25-024.
Thank you.
I'll second the motion.
Madam Clerk.
Yes. On the motion, Mr. Carabelli?
Yes.
Ms. Phillips?
Yes.
Mr. Patero?
Yes.
Mr. Todd?
Yes.
Passes 4-0. Ordinance 125-026 is an ordinance amending and supplementing the code of the Township of Hamilton, New Jersey, Chapter 160, commercial filming and/or still photography permits. This is first reading and introduction.
Can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion on introducing ordinance 125-026.
On the motion, Mr. Carabelli?
Yes.
Ms. Phillips?
Yes.
Mr. Reparo?
Yes.
Mr. Todd?
Yes.
Passes 4-0.
Do we have a?
Sign up yourself?
I did not. Who put my name on that? I talk enough. I don't need any additional. Any members of the, we've reached the public comment portion of the meeting. Any members of the public wishing to ask questions or make comments at this time? Steve?
Steve Clegg, Wolfpack Road. Last month, the contract that governs our animal control officers was just renewed. Under the last administration, the limitation of the contract was used as an excuse we couldn't provide after-hours or on-call animal control. It was used by this administration after the contract was renewed in 2021. So can somebody tell me what was changed in the contract before it was renewed this year to make the contract not be a hindrance to providing animal control?
I understand the question.
Well, for a couple of years, I've stood up here and asked about the lack of animal control coverage after hours or on weekends. The contract was given as the excuse.
That wasn't the only excuse, if that's what you want to call it.
I didn't, not the
If I
only, but it,
recall, much of the answer was about that we're not required to, according to state statute, provide that in the manner in which you're talking, and so we don't choose to add a second or third shift for animal control to have 24/7 coverage. And so I haven't not heard any recent complaints about our ACOs after hours not responding, but, you know, we can always check on that and see if there's been any issues or problems.
I believe the specific, and again, it wasn't the only one, but it was whether or not somebody would be on call. So there was no provision in the contract for on-call or standby. And we did a little dance with the definition of on-call, and it turns out the definition given was you can call them if you want, they're just not required to answer. So is there an on-call provision, or just like nothing was done with the contract to address this?
They have a
or-
protocol that they follow for after-hours calls that come in. And they're contacted, all of them, and they respond accordingly.
But they're not required to respond.
So
No, nobody's required to respond.
again, but I think that there's been a protocol put in place that, according to the protocol, they are required to respond as to whether they could respond to this call or not.
No, I did not read any of that
There is a
in there.
protocol in place.
There is a
I know that
protocol.
Director Fitzgerald has put that in place.
May
And
not
a
be
long time ago-
contractual.
The provision is that they get called. There's no provision that somebody actually has to answer their phone or who that someone might be.
Well,
And
I
then we
agree
had
with that. There's protocol.
several instances where nobody answered, and then that process just ended. And then we
Have
had
the
to,
documentation on those times that nobody responded, because I'd always like to accept that from you, because that's what we need to know in order to then go to the department and say, what part of your protocol fell apart here, or if it did fall apart.
I've brought them in the past. I haven't tracked it recently because it came down to we can't have anybody be on call because there was no provision in the contract.
Well, that's not
So-
entirely true, right? There's a standby protocol in several of our contracts that the employees there may fall under, but it's what the procedures that we put in place, that directors put in place when they're running their department. There's no requirement, no state statute, no requirement for us to have 24/7 coverage. However, when you brought up problems in the past, and it may have been that we weren't getting a proper response from anybody after hours, But the director there took care of that with a protocol that, again, there's somebody that gets reached out to. If it's a call that requires an ACO to respond to, and we had some disagreements on what calls are included in that or not, but regardless, if they're required as an ACO to respond to a particular call after hours, there's somebody that gets called first. If that person doesn't respond, then, a message goes to all of them, and they're required to respond back and say whether they can pick up this call or not.
Okay, that may have been a change after that.
After it was
published.
As a result of what you brought to the attention of this council and to that department, and so it was done way back when you first brought this up.
It was, but there was no provision that anybody actually had to respond, because there were instances after that I brought it up,
Well,
that they couldn't just end it, so.
Whether they could respond or not.
Then that's a.
So, hold on, there's a discrepancy here.
Yeah.
You're saying respond and you're saying respond. Responding as far as answering the phone?
Yes.
Yes, they have to do. Responding as far as having to come out, they don't, because it's contractual. They are not, unless you're going to pay standby pay, right, on call time, which could get expensive, right? They can have an agreement that they're going to respond, but the response could very simply be, sorry, I'm not available. Hey, sorry, I had a beer already and I'm not coming because I can't drive. So that's just to make sure that we're clear with the respond.
They're required to answer the message back as to whether they can respond to the call or not.
Right.
Okay? And so, and again, I haven't heard of any issues since several years ago when this protocol was put in place. And if there's problems going on now, I'd like to hear about it, just because then we'll revisit it and say, is this not working anymore? And that type of thing. But make no mistake about it. They are entitled to overtime, and they do get overtime when they respond to an after-hours call. So it's not like they're not getting compensated for it. There's just no requirement in our protocol and in our management of that division to, have standby pay. It's not part of our process at this point.
Okay.
Not for that division.
Yeah, so there were instances after I had dropped them because the reason given was there was no standby provision in the contract. So I stopped. My understanding of the policy as it was published was the health officer is contacted. He approves whether or not an ACO is needed, and dispatcher goes down the list. And we had several instances they went down the list and nobody answered or nobody was available, and then everything just stopped.
Well, that's
So
when
either
some other protocol was put in place that the director herself messages all of them. She
Okay.
has a messaging system with all of them, and she was requiring them to reply to her message.
And Steve, just so there's certain things there's three ways that things could be negotiated, right? It's either mandatorily negotiable, meaning it has to be negotiated, permissively negotiated, right? It means it can be if both parties want to negotiate, and there's stuff that's preempted by law that you can't.
Right.
We can't just jam the schedule down their throat, because if they don't want to be on call, saying, I'm not going to be on call. It's permissively negotiable, right? It's not like your retirement benefits, right, with pensions. That's mandated by law. It's preempted by law. You can't negotiate it. Your hourly pay or your work schedule, right, if it's your regular work schedule, it's mandatorily negotiable.
Right.
Them coming and going to a union and saying, hey, we're jamming this down your throat, no, we're not, because we have law on our side. So while they tried to do it, they can't force the people to be on call.
No, but that, again, there's more than that. There is the statutory requirement to provide the service. So whether you provide it by mandating it in a contract or another policy is fine. I can't dictate that. But the answer I was given multiple times was the contract wouldn't allow for what we needed to do. If that's no longer the case, I'll go reread the policy, but that was the last answer I was given.
Where are we with we had a shared service agreement that was floating around for a long time. Trenton said they were going to back us up.
I don't know.
Do we have any shared
whether-
service availability with anybody?
I don't believe so. No. But again, I have not heard of any recent problems with us not responding after hours.
Agreed. However, I was just thinking if we can do a shared service agreement where we have other towns backing us up, we back everybody else up for literally everything.
Yeah.
It would be nice for somebody to provide us some help.
We could look into it again and see if that's an option for us, but, you know, again, I'm not sure that there's an issue at this point with that. And, you know, they may want to do standby, but we don't have a provision for that. We do standby for a couple of other divisions, but not for.
Right.
We do it for the court, municipal court, and we do it for WPC, which is a 24/7 operation.
Hey, Steve, we'll bring you back up for 2 minutes.
I got my answer. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry to make it longer, but.
Okay. Appreciate it. Any other? Janice?
Janice Klein, 432 Trinity Avenue, Cornell Heights. Do we know how many trucks are going into the new warehouse at Congolium?
No, I don't know. Depends on,
I mean, how many bays they
I don't
have?
know how many tenants they have, and how many trips they're gonna have per day. No, we don't have that information.
No, because originally it was going to be 40 trucks, but then there looked like a heck of a lot more bays than 40.
I don't think.
I mean, 40 openings, for the trucks to come in. It was to be a 40 truck warehouse, but,
I don't know. It has more than 40 bays, so it had to.
yeah,
have
that's why,
been
it
approved
was a
for-
lot more, so I was wondering how many more they had.
Well, it was approved for however many bays they have. I promise you, they did not build more bays than they were approved to build. Our director would not have allowed them to get by with that. I can promise you that.
Okay, and, I mean, it is looking very nice how they're doing things.
Good.
But, planting trees, of course, I don't know who's going to be taking care of all these trees and everything, but they're planted all over the place. I mean, it is looking, all the trucks will be in the back, not in the front, so you won't see them. And they put like a side lane, another extra lane on, and then it like fades, and then the concrete is right next to the road. That makes me nervous, because I'm thinking if it's a truck, and they don't see that concrete right there next to the lane, they're going to hit it. So I just thought they could have backed it up a little bit, and not made the curb right even with the road when you had this wide lane, and all of a sudden it's into this single thing going up to 295.
Janice, are you saying right near the intersection there? Right where the jug handle is?
No, not where the jug handle is.
Further down?
They're further down. They have a V entrance. Well, you can go in, I guess, and come out.
Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about.
Right,
Okay.
and they made like an extra lane there.
Yes.
I guess for them to swing and move.
Swing it, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, when you get into 295, there's not the freedom there. All of a sudden, the concrete's there, and I'm thinking, when I'm driving it, I get nervous. I'm thinking, if you ride near the edge, you're going to hit the stupid thing, So I was surprised that they did that, but
The merge lane,
yeah. So, but we shall see how it works out. But
yeah, it's interesting that they would make the trucks merge all the way into traffic if they're just going to go back to the right to go on the highway, but I'm sure they had their reasons for.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
I don't know.
it just seems weird,
Yeah.
But other
Well,
than-
if there's an issue, that's the type of thing that could be.
yeah, once they get rolling,
Visited, yeah.
If it turns out to be.
yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, John.
Any other members of the public with questions or comments? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to council comments.
I'll kick things off. So I just want to thank everyone for coming out this evening. Had a few events I just want to just mention that were, really nice. The community came together. One, we had our economic development award ceremony, and that was a really great event to really showcase some of the fine businesses in our town, nonprofit organization, and also our beautification award went to Hamilton, our Public Works Division, which is something that Director Thomas and what he does there for that office and that team that they've built, really well-deserved recognition. In addition, I just wanted to just say to all the veterans out there, have a happy Veterans Day. And also, there were two events on Saturday that really were tied to military service. One was the dedication of the Space Force Monument. I know some of my colleagues had the chance to be there. Really beautiful monument, and thank you to all the people that made, and Public Works was involved with that process as well. And then also Robert Wood Johnson, in conjunction with the Rotary Club of Hamilton, Robbinsville, had their event, Flags for Heroes, and really nice to highlight some of the veterans that have given so much. So, and finally, I just want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, because I won't see you until there's no meeting. This is the only one this month.
Oh, I would wish you all a happy Thanksgiving.
So happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and we'll see you in December, the first Tuesday in December, 2nd. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Councilman.
Okay. I'll keep my remarks short as well. We kind of said it. The only other business I wanted to highlight too that was such a great was to highlight the small business of the year, which was Brookwood Cafe. I think we're all very familiar with, family owned by two teachers. So great to see them be recognized for all they do. They highlight art in the community. They work with schools. They do a lot of fundraisers and very tied in with the community. And again, also just it'll be an honor tomorrow to honor Veterans Day and all of our veterans. So happy Veterans Day. And yeah, that's really all. And thank you to the gallery students who are here tonight to join us and everyone else who came out. And I wish everybody a safe and happy Thanksgiving.
I'm going to do it a little different. I'm going to start off by thanking and congratulating my colleagues. Last week was a big win, kept the team together. Nobody works harder than you three. I think Nancy and I both can appreciate how hard you work, right? You lead by example, always prepared. I know Chuddy's not here tonight, but we're thinking about him. And I want to thank everybody else for coming out and wish you happy Thanksgiving.
There's a list of, as we head into the holiday season, it's often a time when folks need a little more help, a little extra. There's the Wilson Center food drive.
Do you mind, Council
You wanna
President,
jump
in? Yeah, so the Wilson Center is holding a food drive currently, and on the 24th we'll be distributing 225 Thanksgiving meals that include a turkey, all the sides, all the trimmings, including pies that are donated by Stone Terrace. And so the number just keeps going up every year. I think we started definitely under 200, maybe 150, 175, and just goes up every year. And the slots were filled very, very quickly this year. So I know they appreciate any donations, whether it's food towards the meals, monetary, it all helps. So, and thankfully we also seen an increase in need due to the freeze on the SNAP benefits. Glad to see that they were reinstated at least temporarily, but that's another, I want to say, crisis that they're helping our community to face. So just keep that in mind, please. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you. With that, I'll wish everyone happy holidays, and we'll see you next time. This meeting's adjourned.
Wow.